Everyone, welcome. This is Shannon Montana of HeartSoulPurpose.com, here to talk about the North Star map in your own hands. So, what is a North Star? Well, since ancient times, the North Star has been used as an unchanging, unwavering navigational point for travelers on a journey. And this unchanging, steadfast, navigational celestial body was used to get you to your destination. Now, sometimes on a journey, your North Star might become obscured. It might be cloudy, you can't see it, there might be a storm that throws you off course. But as soon as you're able to see and pinpoint that North Star again, you're right back on track and you can reach your destination. So similarly, our personal North Star for the journey within is that same steadfast, unchanging navigational point. And the destination that I'm speaking of here is your specific, unique life path and your life purpose. And I do mean your bigger why, your deeper calling, your reason for being. And so you can see why I'm so excited to share this with you because, if you're like me, I was searching for my purpose for so long. And, I was doing so much to try and find it. And I had done all the self-help and self-awareness books. I had mentored with some amazing people. I had done the workshops. And, there's some wonderful teachers out there. There's Deepak Chopra, and there's Wayne Dyer, and Oprah, and Mike Dooley, and Gabby Bernstein, and many others. And on my journey, searching for my purpose and my path and my calling, I gained so much value from their message. And I learned so much from what they had to teach. But at the end of the day, there was this overriding, still kind of big gaping hole, this one big question that went unanswered for me. And that was, what's my life purpose? And, I didn't know. And I didn't know where else to look for it. And all of the masters that I've found have a similar message when it comes to life purpose, and that is find something you do to love, find something to do that you love, and you'll be on purpose. And for some people, that might work very well. And for me, I found that wasn't all the information that I needed. And so then I felt really stuck. And I began to wonder, maybe I don't really even have a life purpose. And I was so frustrated because, I had already invested so much time and money and energy, and I was such an eager student. And I really did want to find my path and my calling. I wanted to be in my element. I wanted to find my North Star. And to make matters worse, it seemed that so many of my friends and family around me, these amazing people that I was surrounded by, had already found their purpose and their calling. And, they were doing meaningful work that they seemed to really enjoy and that made a difference in the world. And they were having wonderful relationships that added value to their world, and they had things that they were involved in that seemed to really be a reflection of that larger part of themselves, that more authentic way of being. And I so wanted that as well. I wanted to find my North Star. And I couldn't seem to find it. So I kind of began to lose hope a little bit. And it was a very kind of a frustrating time. I call it my dark night of the soul. And perhaps some of you have felt that way as well. And so I am here to tell you that you don't need to be searching for your calling and your path and your purpose any longer, because it really is right here in your own hands. And I can decode this map for you. So as a trained scientific hand analyst and spiritual guide, I am trained to decode the North Star map from your hands. And I start with the DNA in your fingerprints. So I'm trained to decode the DNA, which is unchanging, it never changes, and it's formed in utero, about 14 to 16 weeks. So you're born with this information. This is a soul blueprint, unchanging information from this DNA that you're born with. And this is actually what I look at to find the first point on your North Star. And there are a total of 5 points that make up your North Star. So the first point is what I look at from the DNA. So, there's no fortune telling or prediction involved with scientific hand analysis. It's quite scientific. It is a science. So there's no fortune telling, no prediction. So from the DNA, I find your first point on your map. And I call that your sacred triad. Your sacred triad. Now, your sacred triad from the fingerprints has 3 key pieces of soul blueprint information that I decode. And the first piece of information is your unique and specific life purpose, your life calling, your path, your reason for being. And that is where you find your greatest fulfillment. And, isn't that what we're all really searching for? Is that fulfillment, that reason for being on the planet, knowing what your path is. So we can tell that it's right here in your fingerprints. Now, the second piece of information in your sacred triad is equally, if not more, valuable than your life purpose. And it's what we call your life lesson, your life lesson. Now, your life lesson, and we all have one as humans, your life lesson is that, more negative, challenging, recurring theme or challenge that keeps cropping up over and over and over. It's kind of that theme that keeps showing up. And it might be disguised as, different people or different circumstances. But when it's all said and done, it's the same stuff. And somehow you just seem to be blind to it as it shows up in your life. Well, I'm here to let you know, and I hope this is comforting, that it's only your life lesson, and we all have one. So imagine the power in knowing what your life lesson is, being able to actually name it and understand it and study it. And for me, knowing my life lesson was so valuable because I was so stuck. Well, your life lesson is the number one thing that's keeping you stuck from living your purpose. So knowing my lesson meant I was able to get unstuck so that instead I could use all that energy that was wearing me out from being so stuck. Instead, I could use that same amount of energy into being on purpose, into following my path, into hitching my focus to my North Star. So the third thing, isn't this so interesting, by the way? You can see why I love to share this. So the third thing in your sacred triad from the fingerprints that I can tell is your life school. Your life school. Now there are 4 life schools: peace, wisdom, love, and service. Peace, wisdom, love, and service are the 4 life schools that you can be enrolled in according to your fingerprints. Now, as humans and as souls in a human body, there's tremendous value for all of us in each of the 4 schools. However, the one that you're enrolled in is where you are really here to spend the most time studying. And I like to think of our life school as more of a spiritual essence to our life, or a spiritual backdrop to our life. And so each of these 4 schools, peace, wisdom, love, and service, carry a very unique essence. And it's that essence that you are here to study and explore, and where you will find some of your bigger tests in the school you're enrolled in. And this is the school that you are here to master. So isn't that so intriguing to find out which school are you enrolled in? And we can tell that from the fingerprints. Now, for me, finding my North Star was the greatest gift by far that I have ever given myself. And I want you to have this gift for yourself as well. So I've made it very simple for you to do that. And if you're interested in this, if this is intriguing to you as it was for me, if you are stuck in your life and wasting all of your energy and feeling worn out and frustrated and hopeless because you still don't seem to be any closer to finding your own unique and specific calling and purpose, then I invite you to join me on the journey within. Because check this out. That's just one of the points, of the 5 points on your North Star. That's just one. So imagine the tremendous value for you and the focus and the clarity for you in knowing the total of the 5 points on your own North Star. So it really is a beautiful and insightful journey filled with information and insights that you can use right away to be on your path, because you're going to know your path. There's no more guesswork. And as life happens, as it does to all of us, and you might get off your path, you're going to be able to get right back on without spending weeks and months and years and decades stuck and going in circles, searching for your path and your purpose, because now you're going to know once and for all. So, if you would like to learn more about the other points on the star, then I invite you to sign up, and you'll have access to the rest of the videos in this series and information about how you can work with me to find your own North Star. So if you're on Facebook, you can just hit the blue button, sign up, and you can sign up for that. If you're seeing this video somewhere else, you can just go to my website, heartsoulpurpose.com, and there you can sign up for more information in this free video series to learn even more about the North Star map in your hands. So thank you, fellow traveler on the journey within, for sharing this time with me today. And I invite you to continue on the journey to navigate the depths of your soul. And I am so honored to be your guide on the journey within. So thanks for being here. I'll see you on the other videos, and have a great rest of your day. Bye now.